Hey guys, how's it going? It's Thang and welcome to this video. So today we are going to be tackling one of the most asked questions, and one that I found people have really overcomplicated the matter more than it should. And it's a little frustrating when you see, somebody asking this question and, there's so many opinions and a wall of text of, oh my god, this is good because I got this in it. No, mine's better because I got this other stuff and this other stuff in it. It's so amazing. No, mine's the best because I got some cum sauce in it everywhere. And that question is, what is the best soil mixed medium for your succulents? And the real answer is that there's no right or wrong answer to it at all. There's no best. There's absolutely no best, because whatever works for me may not work for you, and vice versa, right? So when I first started, my succulent journey, I've put my succulents into potting mix, pure potting mix, and that summer I could water every single day because it was super hot and super dry. So the soil, even if I watered, it just dried up really quick during the summer. And my succulent flourished so beautifully. I had blooms and it was just beautiful. Oh my god. And then during the winter time, because I had no experience, I watered the same as the summer, and I had a few casualties. Once I had a few casualties, I look on the internet and research. And I've researched that, succulents do not like their roots being sitting in water, especially when that water does not evaporate fast enough, so it will create root rot, right? So we really have to take into consideration where we live, the climate and environment that we have our succulents in, and what we really want to do with our succulents, right? So I live in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, and I live right beside the ocean. Sorry, not the ocean, the lake, Ontario Lake. Lake Ontario, yay! And I get nice cool breezes where I am, right? Even in the summer, it's still nice cool breezes, so it's not super hot and dry or humid where I live. And I'm lucky, and even when I bring them in during the winter time, our apartment is so hot and dry that the water just evaporates from the soil, and I'm super lucky for that, versus other people where they're not as lucky. So when we take all that into consideration, that is our soil mixed medium, right? So if you live in an environment where it's super hot and dry, or where it's dry, where the water can just evaporate quick, then you would want a mixed soil medium where it retains a little bit more water, right? So your succulent can just drink it up. If you live in an environment where it's more humid and the water doesn't evaporate quick, then you need something that is quick drainage. That's it. That's simply it. A lot of the nurseries, even my sellers from Korea, Taiwan, China, Japan, whatever you have a lot of the nurseries, even in here, they just use potting mix with perlite. A lot of perlite. And that's it. That's it. Koreans pretty much don't have pretty much don't have any soil in their mix. Taiwanese and Chinese ones and Japanese ones have soil in them too. So really what we want to do with our succulents determines also what the medium we put them in, right? So I'm gonna show you an example, but first you're probably asking, Thang, what is your soil mixed medium? And honestly, girl, I've already created like 2 videos on that. If you are too lazy to do it, that's the link down below. But really, if you're new and you want to fall back on something, I'll show you. They don't sponsor me. I think they should, but they don't. What I use is Miracle Grow Cactus Soil. And this bag is $5 at Canadian Tires or wherever we have you. I'm too cheap to buy a bag that's $20, $30, $40, $50. Because in truth, the result will always be the same. Because we also fertilize it, right? So I use 3 different type of mixed medium. I use a super gritty mix where there is absolutely 0 soil into the medium. I use a gritty mix version 2 where I've added back cactus soil into the mix, right? And then my glibifolias where I've added a 1-to-1 ratio of the gritty mix version 2 and potting soil into that mix. So each succulents also have their water, the amount of water they want to absorb. Right, the echeveria, the smaller ones, don't need that much. The big ones need a lot. Senecio requires more water than normal succulents do. So I'm going to show you some examples right here because they're beautiful. Okay. Okay, so these are my beautiful beauties that I have to show you because they're so beautiful. Okay, so I want to show you what happens when you put a succulent into a super gritty mix where there's hardly any soil at all, and what the results will be. So when you want a succulent to be small, compact, chubby leaves and super small and cute, then you would want it into a super gritty mix where there's hardly any soil, and you can pretty much water them every day. This is a super bum right here. You can see a super bum right there. And this is in super gritty mix, no soil, right? This is its old leaf. You can tell the old leaf right here, where it's super big, long, and flat, versus the newer leaves that are up here, right, where it's more compact and chubbier. That's what happens when you put them into a mix of just rocks and pebbles. So is this Graptivera benesi right here. See how small, compact form this is? Right? You can see that? Sorry, right there. See? It's so beautiful because it's in a super gritty mix where there's absolutely no soil at all. And because it can't, absorb the nutrients or water that much, the leaves just grow smaller and more chubbier, and it's so compact. It's so beautiful. It's really what you want to do with your succulents and where you live. So is this bear paws right here. You can see this is also in a super green mix as well. No soil. This is its original leaf right here. Big, huge. The newer leaves that are coming out are small, compact, and chubby. Isn't that cute? Oh my god, girl! What else is there? This is a canty, or I call it a cunty. This is my cunty. It's also in a super gritty mix. The canty is part of the Gibiflora hybrid collection, where it can grow huge if you allow it to be in a soil mixed medium that it can absorb a lot more nutrients and water, right? But because I have it in a super gritty mix like this, it's just small, simple. And then this is my Luella in my version 2, where it has cactus soil back. It's flourishing beautifully. Let's see. It's crested too, but it's flourishing so beautifully. This is my Cupid, Echeveria Cupid, or lavender leaves. All right. This is in mixed version 2 as well, and it's just flourishing so beautifully. It's easy. This is my Euphorbia millii red right here. This is in potting mix without a drainage hole, and I've had this for over a year now, and it's just stunningly beautiful. I mean, it was small when I got it, but look at this, huge now, girl. This is my Senecio peregrinus, or the dolphin plants right here. Senecios themselves requires a little bit more water absorption, so I added a little bit more of the potting mix to the medium right here, and I've added top dressing so that way the water doesn't evaporate as quick, so it can flourish, and it's flourishing so beautifully. I honestly don't overthink this at all. And these are my Gibiflora hybrids right here, and one of my seller, he found my page and he's like, take them out of the terracotta pot and put more good soil in there. I'm like, okay. So with this mix, it is a 1-to-1 ratio of gritty mix version 2 and potting soil, and I mix that together so that way this can retain more water but not too much. Gibiflora hybrids themselves requires a lot of water, and they're actually less prone to root rot versus these Echeverias right here. So knowing that, and knowing the advice from my seller, that's what this medium is. 1-to-1 ratio of potting mix and gritty mix version 2, right? Look at this, so beautiful. It's a lot of tumor, but so beautiful, right? This is my Baccharis. I love this one so much. Love this one. This is my newest plant. It's called the Lilac Frost. Lilac Frost, girl. So beautiful. And this one is my Dream Rose as well, right here. The Dream Rose is supposed to be the fancier version of the Raindrops. So knowing that the Glibivore hybrids requires more water because they can be huge and gigantic. That's why I have them into a mix that retains more water versus everybody else. Right, and that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Understand what your environment, climate is, and what you want to do with your succulents. Do you want to grow them huge and large, or small and compact, or just normal? Don't overthink this matter. Don't complicate things by, oh, I'm gonna have them in like acquire and pumice and tuffus and perlite. Oh my god, it's so cool because it drains really quick. Don't complicate things. If you want to fall back, just go back to this $5. That's it, right? And I've seen a lot of people like just complicate things so much about soil mixed medium, and it's ridiculous. You don't have to. I've stopped complicating them. I understand, what needs what. Pot them in, sit back, relax, watch them grow, and just enjoy the beauty that is in front of me. That's it. So hopefully you guys learned something from this video, and hopefully that a lot of you can chillax, relax, and just sit back and enjoy. And the thing is that if you kill them, guess what? Buy another one. Simple. A lot of you who start out will buy a succulent for $1, $2, $5, max $10. Great. They're pretty much your training wheel for experience, right? When you understand more about those, when you understand more of the soil mixed medium that you need to put them in, then you can move on to the beautiful things that I have, right? The beautiful succulents that I have in my collection. How to get this beautiful compact form by just putting them into rocks and pebbles. Works fine. Works fine. Or if you want big ones like these, it's up to you, right? So if you kill your plants by overwatering because of your soil medium, learn from that and move on with your life. Move on, because in the end, those first few plants you got is just training wheels for you to learn and experience and understand more before you get into more expensive collections like mine, right? So yeah, hopefully you guys learned something. If you do, great. If you don't, go suck a dick. Really, go suck a dick, because dicks are the best. Anyways, and I'll see you guys in the next video. If you enjoy this video, thumbs up. If you have not subscribed yet, definitely do. And I'll see you guys later. Love ya. Bye.